I'm Christina. I did have quite a few of you wanting me to do a little makeup tutorial, a little get ready with me type thing. So that's pretty much what we're doing now. I'll just get started. I don't really know what I'm doing yet. I'm probably just gonna do a little neutral glitter gold-ish look. So hope you guys enjoy it. First thing I usually do is moisturize. My skin is combination. I would say it's more dry. I do produce oil in my T-zone, but the rest of my face is super dry. So I have to moisturize and then I'll do a primer. It's actually the L'Oreal Lumi Light Infusing Primer. So it just looks like this. Just a little brightening type primer. What I use to minimize my pores, because I do have pretty large pores, is the Porefessional by Benefit. So right now the foundations that I'm mixing are the Hourglass Vanish Stick, and this is in the color Ivory. I just do a couple of stripes, and this is quite thick, but it blends out really well. On top of that, I'm gonna take the L'Oreal, this is the Pro Glow, because I like to be glowy. I don't like matte, so honestly, I just kind of dab it all over. I take, this is the Sigma. This is a flat kabuki. Any flat kabuki will kind of buff that in. What I'm gonna do is take any setting spray. You'll see me set my face a lot or use it with a brush or the blender just to kind of set my makeup and make sure it really stays in place. You guys do not have to do that, especially if you're oily, you're not gonna like this. But what I usually do is just spray my sponge right after my foundation and just dab it in. We're gonna press in all of that product. Just get it in. That's what she said. So this is also going to smooth out any of those brush lines that you may have. So next I take my concealer. Of course, it is the Tarte. It's in the shade Light. And I usually just do under the eye, on the forehead, down the nose, a little here. Sometimes I'll do this. And then we're gonna take our beauty blender again, and we are going to just dab, dab, dab. Make sure when you're using your beauty sponge that you are pressing in and you're not wiping. We don't wanna wipe away the product that we just applied. Concealer is actually a little lighter than I should be wearing with the spray tan. All right, so we are just gonna take the Rcma translucent powder. This is my favorite. At one point I had the Laura Mercier translucent powder, but it was much pricier, and I got the Rcma. It actually works fine. I don't prefer Laura Mercier at all. This is really affordable. So I go in, and you usually just let this bake. I'm not a pro at the baking thing, but I just know for me, my under eyes have to be set immediately or they will be a creasy, creasy mess. So I also have a couple fine lines here and here from facial expressions. So what I'll do is take the powder and cake it on here and here, where I have those fine lines, and I'll just let that sit while I do the rest of my makeup. Brows next. So I do have microbladed eyebrows, which I highly, highly recommend for any girls or guys that have super thin eyebrows. Mine were super thin. brows. Let's get started on my fave eyeshadow. If you know me, you know I love me some Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette. Okay, do not judge me because mine looks a hot mess. I mean, I use it so much. So this is the palette. I use the neutral shades up here so much for the transition. I love putting a glitter or a shimmer on my lid. I've used these bright colors down here, but of course that's not every day. And then if I'm going for a super smoky dark look, I'll use some of these at the bottom. So if you're just looking for a really great palette that you can use a pop of color if you want to do something different, or if you're just looking for a neutral everyday wear type of eyeshadow palette, this is so affordable. Check out Morphe. When I got it, it came with this cute little postcard size, and it has Jaclyn Hill on the front with her holding the palette, and the back has all of the colors and the names of them. So what I'll do is I'll just reference the shade name because I'm going to use the palette for the whole look, because you don't need no other palette. I'm going to start with my Morphe M441, and this is just a fluffy blending brush. So I am going to mix Silk Cream and MFEO. It's so funny because I don't ever know the names of them, I just use them. So I'm going to put that right in the crease and just kind of move in windshield wiper motion. So I'm just mixing like dab, 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 tap, tap. Pooter and pukey. So again, tap off the excess. We don't want any extra. And we're gonna put that right on top of that transition in the crease. And again, we're gonna kind of go into deeper circular motions when we get down. And I usually just blend, blend, blend like crazy because I cannot stand harsh lines. It is not cute. So we're gonna blend until our hands fall off, and then we're gonna blend a little more. Okay, still using the same M441 from Morphe, we are gonna go in with Mocha. It's this brown shade here. And I'm only putting it on the tip of the brush, and then I'm gonna set that right here, the outer corner. And you can kind of see it adding a little bit of definition. So we're gonna dab, 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 and then bring it in just slightly so it blends out really well. On the edge of my brush and then tapping off the excess. Again, right here in the outer corner, circular motions. You don't want to go in too heavy-handed because you don't want it to end up being a mess. Rose Gold Collection by Morphe. I think it's a R something 1. I don't know, but it looks like this. This is what I use for the deeper colors in the outer corner to really get a more precise placement. So Chip, Central Park, and we are gonna dab that shit off like. So we're just gonna take that product, and again, you have to be very careful with these dark colors because they can get messy really quickly. So we're gonna keep this low, and we're just gonna dab it in that outer corner. And we're kind of going in a V motion here. Little flat Morphe R42 for lid. So what I like to do, Queen, that's my favorite. Queen is this beautiful, you can't see it. It's this beautiful gold right here. Apply to our lid. don't carry it all the way over here because I just feel like it looks a little crazy. I usually take one of these really pretty pink colors. You could honestly use any of these three. Faint, Sissy, and Little Lady. They're all gorgeous. Little Lady is more of a rose gold, so I will take just on the other side of that brush, Little Lady, and apply it right here in the center of the lid. Just a little something. And rose gold is so pretty. I'm obsessed. So we are gonna do some more Queen on the other side. We are gonna go back to our blending brush and we're just gonna slightly blend those lid colors and the transition colors together so we don't have any harsh lines. So it should look something like this for the eyes. Fluffy little pencil brush. And we're gonna take those same shades that we used on the top and just kind of marry the bottom with the top. We're gonna start out with a little Pooter and Pukey mixed together. I'm gonna go in with Mocha again, tap that off, and I'm just gonna dab that on the edge and just kind of blend it inward a little bit, just for a little bit more definition. So what I'm gonna do is take this flat little brush here, go back in with Queen, and this is just what I like to do. I like to put that here so it really stands out, the inner corner, and then just kind of brush it back on the top. So you really have that little gold moment. I need to tap that shit off. We did not highlight the backbone, hunty. Please, we cannot forget that. Bean, right, chomp. And you don't need much, but we are just gonna go right in and highlight. You see, highlight, no highlight. So we are just gonna beam right into the underbrow. But this is a Morphe E1, it's just a big fluffy brush. So I'm gonna go in and just wipe away all that translucent powder. So I am going to take this butter bronzer. I love it, y'all. It smells so good. It's by Physicians Formula. Oh my God, it smells like vacation is what it smells like. You can get this at the drugstore. So I'm gonna take, this is completely worn off, but this is from the Rose Gold collection, also from Morphe. Actually, I think it's an R3. Just this little flat little number here for contouring. So we are gonna do a line there, line here, dab, dab, tap, tap. And we're gonna do our forehead, just kind of, holy crap, these little hairs up here going crazy. Okay, so we're just gonna kind of do the edges close to our hairline. And then I just do, some people spend a lot of time contouring their nose. I've seen full videos of nose contouring. I just do, take the little flat brush, go straight down on one side, straight down on the other, and that's pretty much it. Well, I'll blend it. Now, to blend it all out, this is the Morphe M523 brush. I use this just to kind of blend out the contour. And like I said, I'm not the best at this. This is just what I've been doing and what works for me. So you just do your contouring process here. If you have something that works great for you, by all means do that and share a beauty tip with me. So as I'm doing this, I'm just kind of dabbing in just a little bit. Just kind of blend in that jawline. There's nothing worse than a gross makeup line. Oh my gosh, I would die. That was a little dramatic. I would not die, but I'd be very, very unhappy. So we're just gonna dab that fan brush there, and we're just gonna twirl it around a tad. Now you don't need a lot because it does apply it really generously. This is a really good blush, drugstore again, but I do have a really good Tarte palette that I like to mix in. Sometimes I mix blushes. We just mix it all in. Okay, now that we have our blush laid down, we are going to grab your favorite highlighter, whatever that is. Y'all, I have highlighter galore. Highlighter is probably one of my favorite things. I do overload the highlighter, to be quite honest. So currently, I am using a mixture. Of course, everything's a mixture. This is the Colourpop Wisp Super Shock Cheek highlighter. It looks like this. It comes in this cute little packaging. We're just gonna get us some highlight. Whew, we are gonna highlight those cheeks. Y'all see that shit? I mean, I don't have any of the fancy bright lighting, but I hope y'all see that. I highlight my nose. I do this and then highlight the Cupid's bow because it'd be so pretty. So pretty. Okay. And then sometimes I'll just do like the outside here. I don't want to do it up here, or well, I'll do it on my chin a little. I like to be a little extra sometimes. So we are just gonna dab in. I don't even know what I want to do. Like, I love highlighter so much. You know what? We're gonna kick it old school and we're gonna go in with a little champagne pop. I think it's time to get a new one. We're just gonna dig into that. I'm gonna go over top of that with a little champagne pop. It goes with everything. So you know what? We just throw that shit on top of everything. With our setting spray. Any setting spray will do. This again is a L'Oreal. Urban Decay is my fave. I need to get to the store. We are glowing. We still have to put on mascara. So I am going to put my mascara on off of camera and I will be right back. So I did go ahead and put on a little bit on my lips as well. I did use our favorite mascara. This is the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. Oh my gosh, it is so amazing. Everyone has asked me what kind of mascara I use. This is the best drugstore brand. Usually I would put clear brow gel over it. I just thought about it. I'm out of that too. Looks like I need to go on a makeup trip to Sephora. So I just lined the outside of my lips with this Rimmel London natural color. It's called natural because it looks natural. But then I put a little bit of the NYX Lingerie. It's a liquid lip. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. This is the color Lace Detail. And then I also, because it is a little dry, this is NYX the Butter Gloss. I just dabbed a little bit of creme brulee over the top, and I'll go ahead and add a little bit more because that liquid lip did get a little dry up under Dura. Guys, that's pretty much it for this little makeup. Get ready with me. How would do my color. Talk to you guys later. Bye, friends.